welcome to L.A.L.L Nutrition. My name is L.A.L.L and I'm a holistic nutritionist. So this week I wanted to answer a question from a reader. So the question is from Katie, and Katie asks, she would like to know about immune boosters for parents and for kiddies, as it seems like they're always being attacked by unrelenting bugs from preschool. So this is a common question, and the way I'd like to answer it is sort of not in the conventional sense of here are some really great, herbal supplements, etc. I'll sort of get into that a little bit later on, but let's look at what actually causes sickness and illness. So from a holistic nutrition perspective, we're going to look at the big picture. So when we think about illness, we really have to think about stress. So when our system is overstressed and sort of filled up, so if we think of ourselves as a bucket that's sort of reached its limit and overflowing, that's where sickness really happens. Because if you think about it, we're constantly being exposed to bacteria and bugs, and sometimes we get sick and sometimes we don't. So we have to think about why we're getting sick, what's happening to sort of stress out our system. So there's sort of four main areas of stressors that we come across. So the first one would be food. So stressors in food would include additives, GMOs, processed foods, allergens, I would even say caffeine and things like that. Things that are basically in a stress your system and just put it into overdrive. A second area would be environmental stressors like pollution, perfume someone's wearing that you can control, chemicals in the environment, essentially, car exhaust, etc., off-gassing, maybe if you're in the doctor's office, of, rugs and things like that, just things in your environment. Emotional stressors can be depression, sadness, just like a lackluster demeanor. This really depresses our immune system. And obviously another one is chemicals, which is similar to the environment, but more focused on chemicals from cleaning products in your home, personal care products, chemicals even that you're ingesting from drinking water. So there's tons of xenoestrogens and drug residues and things like that if you're not really have a good quality filter and filtering your water. So these are the four stressors, and I'm going to add in there obviously sleep if we're obviously not taking care of our bodies. But when our system becomes overwhelmed, essentially our body becomes sick. So it's not that these bugs are attacking our system. We have to then look at our system, look at our stressors. So maybe our stressors, these things are out of control. And then if we look to the body, we're going to see that our immunity is, there are a couple of things we can look at in terms of immunity. So our immune system is really housed in our gut. So that's where probiotics come into play. So we have good bacteria and bad bacteria in our gut. We need an 80% good and 20% bad. So if we look at our digestion and we notice we're not digesting food well, maybe we're not having regular bowel movements, so 1 to 3 times a day, and maybe we're having yeast infections, or if we're chronically sick, we have to look at our digestive system and look at the probiotics and look at the balance in our gut. And I'll link an article I wrote about beneficial bacteria in our system. So that's our immune system, our bacteria, our immune system, and they're really, really important. If we have an imbalance there, we're not going to have a strong immune system. So a great way is to incorporate probiotics into your diet, and either from a really great supplement, so you want to make sure it's a good quality supplement, and also adding in a real food, so raw, unpasteurized, organic sauerkraut. And you can make this yourself. I can link another article. I have a recipe for it. And so you can also buy it at health food stores or organic grocers, and this is really great to have every day or a few times a week to really boost up your bacteria, because they are really going to help your immune system. So another thing I could say, if we're focusing on the immune system, is the lymphatic system, which is parallel to the circulatory system. The lymphatic system helps clear out pathogens and bacteria from our system, And the way it does that it is through lymph fluid. And if we were to do dry skin brushing, and I'll link that again below too, dry skin brushing will help to stimulate the lymphatic system. And also if you have a mini trampoline or you bounce, that helps because it helps move the lymph because they have little valves and that will help move them throughout the system. So those are two ways. So we're looking at the actual immune system. So that's a great way. So this is a preventative way, adding in probiotics and really stimulating your lymphatic system. But if we go into foods and nutrition, which is constantly preventative,